When was the last time that the government deliberately made something scarcer and then told you it was doing you a favor? Because that's exactly what just happened with your summer plane tickets. And most people have absolutely no idea the price that they're about to pay, quite literally. Hi there, Stephen J. Campbell here. I trade futures and teach others to do the same. And I've spent 2 decades plus watching how policy decisions ripple through the wallets of ordinary people. So let me walk you through what this actually is. Chicago O'Hare, it's the single busiest airport in the United States by flight volume. United Airlines and American Airlines, both of which call O'Hare a primary hub, spent the last year in what can only be described as a scheduling arms race. Each carrier kept adding flights to establish dominance over the other. On peak summer days, they had collectively planned roughly 3,000 plus daily operations at the airport. But here's the problem. The airport can't actually run that many flights without the whole system breaking down. You see, last summer, operating at a similar volume, only 60% of flights left or arrived on time. 6 in 10. So the FAA has stepped in, and they said enough's enough. And they capped operations at 2,708 flights per day. And that cap runs from May 17th through October 24th. And the math is simple. 372 flights per day cut, gone. About 12% of the planned summer schedule completely eliminated. Now, here's where this gets interesting, though. See, the government is framing this as a reliability improvement. Fewer flights, smoother operation, better experience for travelers. And look, from a logistics standpoint, maybe that's partially true. But that framing completely ignores one of the most basic laws in all of economics. It's that when you reduce the supply of something, anything, while demand holds steady or rises, the price of that thing goes up. It doesn't negotiate. It doesn't ask permission. It just goes up. See, people want to fly. The desire to get somewhere hasn't changed. What just changed is the number of available seats to get there. See, that's the setup. But now watch what happens. Airfares for domestic flights booked 3 weeks out has already jumped between 10 and 50% depending on the route. And the O'Hare cap is not even started yet. Overall ticket prices right now are running about 24% higher than this same period last year. Industry analysts tracking airline capacity, they're forecasting an additional 5 to 7% price increase on routes where seats are being reduced. So you're looking at a price environment that's compounding on top of itself before the summer even begins. And here's where it gets strange. The O'Hare situation doesn't stand alone. It's a landing on top of a completely separate problem that's squeezing seat supply from the other direction at the same time. Jet fuel costs have more than doubled in recent weeks. The war in Iran and disruptions in oil shipping through critical waterways to be to blame. United Airlines CEO Scott Kirby sent an internal memo to employees spelling it all out. See, at current fuel prices, the airline faces roughly $11 billion in additional annual costs. Their single best year ever generated less than $5 billion in total profit. So United is cutting about 5% of its total scheduled capacity for the second and third quarters of this year alone. And the cuts aren't random. No, they're surgical. The first flights to go are the affordable ones, the red eyes, the midweek routes, the off-peak departures that budget travelers actually book. The cheap seats aren't just getting more expensive. In some cases, they're ceasing to exist. And this is where the K-shape enters the frame. The traveler at the top of the income distribution, they don't feel any of this. They have their points. They fly business. A fare increase of 20 to 30% on a route that they were already paying a premium on, that doesn't change their plans. It's the traveler in the middle, the one who saved up, who hunted for the right price at the right date, who built a trip on a $189 flight. That person's now starting at $280 and doing the math on whether the whole thing even makes sense anymore. The government reduced delays. It also reduced access. Those are not the same things, and the press releases only mentioned one of them. For a deeper analysis on how these kinds of policy decisions land differently across the income curve, go check out my other channel. It's called Not Leaving Las Vegas. It's where we use Vegas as a case study to show the K-shape in real effect and look at the economy on a macro level. My name is Stephen J. Campbell. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. Leave us a comment below. Does this change your plans? There's a video next to my head that you should click. You're probably going to like it. It's a lot like this one.